afternoon, my MPP peeps. A nice little day today. Gap up above in the SPX. We gapped up above the highs since the crash. It looks like we want to fill this gap here, which is right around 33.20, and possibly hit this upper target of 3,400. Once we start getting to the 33.20, 33.50 range, that is not the time to be adding new longs. I think we're going to catch as much as we can of this wave up. We went long some names today to try to get as much icing on that cake as possible, but pretty soon the risk reward is not going to be favorable. As soon as we start getting up in here in this 33.50 area, what's the point in going for another 50 points if we get it when there is a big possibility each and every day we move higher, there's a greater possibility of the pullback beginning and a larger pullback beginning, down here into the 2,800 area. It's coming, guys. At least to this 200 SMA, it's coming. We can't go up forever. We can certainly try, and it looks like we are. We continue to grind higher. We consolidate, we grind higher, we consolidate, we grind higher. It's what we've been doing this entire run. But eventually bulls are going to say, hey, I have enough, I'm full, and I'm ready to sell. So it's going to happen at some point. So it's why we're not going balls deep into longs. We're just taking very select trades, just a few trades to see if we can get more gravy, and then sell it when we're profitable, and then wait for the bigger pullback where we're going to get a lot of dip buying opportunities, much better dip buying opportunities than we are now. The Qs continue at their torrid pace. We closed at all-time highs, I think, today. Is that all-time highs? Yeah. Close an all-time high closing, all-time closing high today. And intraday, we did make an all-time high. So this one looks like it wants to head to 280. So until things change, until we get below this 10 SMA and back below this uptrend line, I'm looking at 280. At any point we break this uptrend line, short-term top, possibly long-term top, don't know, but at least a short-term top is in. So we need to keep watching this line right here. As long as it holds, 280 is likely in the cards. IWM, another good day today, trying to move away from this 200 SMA. Good news for the overall market, and the DIA closed not only above the 200, but above its 10 SMA, finally getting away from its 200 SMA. So, guys, overall, it's looking very bullish. And I'm looking for higher until the market says otherwise. Like I said, I'm following price, not the news. Price is saying we could head higher. VIX. VIX is echoing that sentiment. Did close a little green today, but still below that 200 SMA. As long as we stay below, bulls are going to hold their investments for more profits. So it's not until they start selling we're going to see a spike. So as long as we're below, we're in good territory. So we did add a few names today. We actually added, I think, 5. Netflix got back above this 495 I bought, and closed green. I'm looking for 520. This 0.50 retrace from this high to this low is 520. That's where I'm looking to sell half. And then if this market wants to go to the moon, I'm going for 640. After I sell half here, I'm going for 640 with the other half. Will I get it? You know, it's, you don't, who knows in this market? Odds are we pull back before we see the 640 in Netflix, but hey, might as well go for the moon, right? In this market. We went long YY. So were any of you short, Rick or Dan? Did you guys have the short puts, the August short puts that you were able to make profit on today? You know, okay. Rick didn't. Okay. But what's nice again about the put selling system, guys, is you're able to make money while you wait for a stock to turn around. That's exactly what I did. I sold these puts down here. We triggered in the dip buying system, so I closed those puts for made 51% of the premium. It was right around $1,300 in my account, and then we triggered long in the dip buying system. So now we can make money in 2 systems. It's just a great way to trade. Anticipating a bottom near a major fib, and then when you get that bottom, you close out your short puts and buy long for the ride up. So let's see if we can get our ride up to 90. That's what I'm looking for before earnings, which is August 12th. eBay already had its earnings. We're free and clear of earnings in eBay, and they actually had a decent report. Closed above the 10 SMA, got me long. Today, I'm going for this 63 target. So let's see if we can get it before we start pulling back. And then, a stop, guys, is always a close below the 10 SMA. And right now that stands at 55.79. So great reward to risk. CRISPR. So you guys know we still have an 1/8 of a position in this in the growth system. We did sell the puts down here. I think it was the August 21st, 75 puts, I believe. That's where I would love to enter again in the growth system, buying a dip. But we broke above this downtrend line, broke above the 10 SMA. That is a trigger in the dip buying system. So now we're making money in the growth system. We're making money in the put selling system. And if this thing moves to our 105 target, we'll make money in the dip buying system too. So when you start to take all the trades, and these, all the systems work together. And when you start letting them work together, you compound your profits. And so CRISPR could potentially be one of those profit compounders. And then lastly is this TSCO. Just like this name because it continues to move higher. Every dip gets bought, and it looks like the same thing may happen here. So we close above the 10 SMA. I'm looking for this 162 for some profit. Nice risk reward because the 10 SMA is at 144.76, 2.5 points away. So nice reward to risk ratio. So this is a good trade setup as well. And then we have our GBTC. It took off today, closed at the highs. Really like this one to continue on to 16. Of course, we need the Bitcoin to move higher, and it is still off from that $12,000 mark that we saw on Saturday night. But holding this 10 SMA, bull flagging, and looks like it wants to move higher. So still like this setup. That's all I have, guys. Rick, you're saying selling puts for me takes up way too much margin. Wish I could. I can turn it into a vertical and did that for IRBT. Awesome. Okay. Well, that's one way to handle it, Rick. And that works for that definitely works for someone who can't have margin or much margin. So and Dan, you took the snap puts. 0.16 was my price. Still, I think so. I think so, Dan. So let's look at snap. I'll tell you why. Had a nice hammer candle today, and this 0.382 retrace has a lot of support. Okay, the last high before it broke out was this level right here at 1976. Okay, so this 1976 was the most recent high. It came down, tried to break out of this 1976, consolidated, and then boom, busted out. So you're going to find buyers come in around this 1976 20 level if we get down here. So I think this will likely hold. I think it will take some big time news to drop this below this 1955 level. This 0.382 retrace from this low to this high. I think it takes, some sort of news to drop it below that. But if we're just trading, and this is just a run-of-the-mill pullback, I think the bulls will hold this and send this one higher. So I think we're going to make money. We're going to make money in the put selling system. And then when this thing finally triggers, let's draw our little line here. When this one finally triggers, I think we make money in the dip buying system too. So I personally think it's going to be a pretty easy trade. That's what I think now, but and things can change. But right now, I think this level holds. But we'll see. We'll see. Well, that's why we have stops in case we're wrong. You guys have any questions? Anything you want to talk about? Cool. Well, guys, I hope you had a good day. It was definitely a good day for us with the fund. A lot of winners. So, yeah, let's see if that trend continues this week. And let's see if we can get those upper targets in the indices. Because then we can just take all our profits off the table, start to wait for that pullback to happen, get short, make it on the way down. And then we'll start the process all over again. All right, guys, I will talk to you tomorrow morning. Until then, don't trade for thrills. Just consistently make those dollar bills. See you guys tomorrow.